Kids and cadets, Memorial Day weekend. Welcome back to Tommy Time. Messing again with this GCV 160. I didn't want to put it away until I figured out what the carb issue was. What we discovered earlier was this thing would start and then stall out. Took the carb off. Looked around. It didn't seem too terribly bad. Saved the gas that came out of the bowl. A little bit of snot, a couple of drops of water. Cleaned out the jets. I don't know, maybe something was blocking one of the jets. Used some carb clean. Relatively clean, not too much in the bottom of the bowl. So let's try this thing now. I have my garden hose hooked up to it. I just have to turn that on, turn on the fuel valve, put everything back together. So let's try this thing now. See if that little cleany clean did something for the GCV. Okay, a couple of hiccups, but it's smoothed out on this 2018 Honda. So I thought I'd bring you down and show you how the carb linkages set up on this thing. Since I didn't show you any of the dismount here. Just in case you guys do it on these GCVs. Let me remove the carburetor partially, and you can see how the linkages go. The choke lever, the spring, and the throttle linkage. 10mm socket. There's two long bolts. They go all the way through the carb and into the block. So all this stuff's got to be lined up when you reinsert. That's what'll come out. There's going to be a breather hose behind this plastic. Oh, just got a little heat here on my knuckle. So there's a breather hose here that you got to disconnect. There'll be a gasket on the back side of this breather box. That goes there. That just fell on the ground. Don't forget to reinstall that. So the choke lever goes in the very outside hole here on the choke linkage. And then, I don't know if you can see it. Let me move this into the sunlight. So the linkage goes in the hole closest to the brass pivot. The spring goes in the very end hole. There's two holes here drilled on top of this throttle linkage. The linkage goes closer to the brass pin. The spring goes on the very tip, the outer hole. That's how this thing goes back together again. So let's see if I can get you guys right about there. I start off by threading the bolts through the air filter backing plate. Something like this. Now I'll feed it through the carburetor body. Making sure to get the breather tube hooked up as well. So I got this thing upside down. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. Go ahead and hook up my breather tube. What I'll do first is get one of the bolts started. Got one started. Come over to the inside. Inside bolt. Okay, breather tube is on. Make sure the breather tube is on. Check the choke linkage. Everything is free and clear. Get my 10mm. Somebody with a noisy trailer. 10mm, tighten these down. It's just a matter of getting everything lined up. Don't forget the breather hose. Hand tight. Now put your ratchet on it. Back and forth, keep snugging it down. They're snug. Don't go crazy because this is all plastic. You don't want to crack it. So there you go. Remove the jack stand. So there was no filter or no filter cover. I've got to scrounge one up. These are pretty standard on the GCVs. I just got to find one on a dead machine. Could be a mower. I could steal one off a mower as well. They use the same carburetor setup. So that's it on the 2018. Thanks for coming back. On Memorial Day weekend, be careful. Play it safe. Don't get too crazy. Live another day to fix a few mowers.